So let's dive into the first thing, which is bot fundamentals, right? So when we are talking about bot fundamentals, the goal is to understand what makes a bot profitable and how it actually makes money, right? So it all comes down, Mohamed, to two keywords or two main definitions. The first one is volatility and the second one is consolidation. Let's dive into this. So what's really volatility? In simple terms, volatility is strong ups and strong downs in movements. That's about it. Strong ups, strong downs within a range. This range can be 20%, 30%, even 40% and so on. This range, so between this point and this point, that is called consolidation. So yes, so let's put an example with Bitcoin. So think about it just in terms of Bitcoin for now, but realistically, we're not going to be trading Bitcoin. We're going to be trading coins that will be moving sideways a lot. And there is a process we follow to find those coins. But for now, what I'm trying to do is kind of like explain how the overall bot works. So let's pretend this is Bitcoin and market price right now is 30,000, just for the sake of the example. Our high price is going to be 40,000 and our low price is going to be 20,000. So what does this mean? It means that if Bitcoin, and I'm going to select another color, if Bitcoin starts going down in price to 20,000, what is going to happen with the bot is that it's going to trigger buy orders here, 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 and here. The place or the position where it triggers buy and sell orders, let me see if I can find this tool right here. Okay, cool. We have one here and one here. So Bitcoin is going to trigger a buy order and here. Why? Because it's going lower and lower in price. And these lines that I'm showing you right now, these blue lines, these are called grid lines. So again, the bot is going to trigger buy and sell orders. As the cryptocurrency goes down in price, it's going to trigger buy orders. As the cryptocurrency goes up in price, it's going to trigger sell orders. So right now, Bitcoin is dropping on volume. Cool. The bot is making buy orders because it needs to buy low and sell high, right? It's making sense so far?
Okay, so what about the stop losses? Because we have to put a stop loss to just keep our capital safe. So what about the stop losses?
We are going to use the stop loss, but we have to be strategic on when we want to set up the stop loss.
We will do manually or it will done like by bot itself?
We're going to set up the stop loss manually and then the stop loss will start going up as the cryptocurrency goes up. That's going to happen on autopilot. But this is the main idea about the bot. So now, let's say Bitcoin goes to $20,000 and then it starts going up again, $30,000. So what's going to happen now is that the bot on autopilot is going to trigger sell orders. So it's going to trigger a sell order on this grid level, on this, right? And then it's going to take the profit. Profit is the difference between the buy low and sell high. That's it. It's going to take the profit between the buy low and sell high, and the profit will be sent towards your crypto wallet. So there is it buys low, sells high, it buys low, sells high, it buys low, sells high. So what is this telling us? Is that even if you deploy a bot when the cryptocurrency is sitting at $10,000 and then it drops and then it goes up $10,000 again, in this example of Bitcoin, it was sitting at $30,000, it dropped to 20K, then it went up to 30K again. Because the bot was able to trigger buy and sell orders, you will be on a profit. Yeah, and then if it keeps going up, let me see, let's say the cryptocurrency keeps going up, then it's gonna keep triggering buy and sell orders, right? Because if one thing that crypto is most recognized for is volatility, meaning there will be a lot of, so every time it goes down, it's gonna trigger a buy order. Every time it goes up, it's gonna trigger a sell order. And that's how it's able to do that. Is that making sense so far?
Just tell me one thing, what if there is like any news that breaks and it has a direct effect on the crypto market? How will the bot cater that one news. Because right now it's totally going on algorithms up and down. But once if the news breaks, it have to eventually go down all the way below or go all the way shoot up. It depends on the news. But still at that time what crypto will do or this bot will do.
Cool. Let's talk about that. That's a good question. Let's pretend crypto is right now at 40,000 and then there is a bad news, something related to a crypto exchange, whatever. It drops down all the way down to 20%. So that's like a 50% down, right? There is a 50% decrease on price, which is a lot. It is a lot of, it's a huge percentage. But what is happening inside the bot? Do you lose the 50,000? Do you lose the 50% of your investment? Or like what happens in reality? If Bitcoin drops to $20,000, first is a 50% drop. Is a lot for Bitcoin, meaning that it's not gonna happen right away. If it was to happen, it's not gonna happen within the next 5 seconds, where will it be literally like boom. That's not realistically how it happens. If it was to happen, it would be something like this. So there will be the ups, there will be downs, there will be ups and downs, but eventually it's gonna keep falling. What's gonna happen is that if you set up the bot in the right way, you will be able to probably still be on a positive profit. Why?
Okay.
Because the bot is gonna trigger buy and sell orders. So now, I said possibly because there is also the probability that the bot will be on a loss. It could happen. Now, if you were to be on a loss and the cryptocurrency was to drop 50%, you couldn't be on a loss of 50%. You could be on a loss of about 5 to 10% because of the buy and sell orders that you made, which also makes it very freaking safe. Because I want to talk about worst case scenario, which, by the way, if you do things right, the cryptocurrency shouldn't drop on price. I can say that from now, but it will happen, right? It's crypto at the end of the day. So yeah, again, let's do a quick recap. This is high price, this is low price, this is market price, and each of these lines are called grid lines. And between your high and low price, there is something called as grid range percentage. So coming back to what makes a bot profitable is gonna be sideways movement, because we want to keep the bot inside the range. What do I mean by inside the range? Between your low and high price for as long as freaking possible.
What if after like 6 months or 1 year that coin is getting their value and the high and low got changed? Now he's trading on like 30, but eventually it's gonna trade on like $40,000 and their high is 50 and their low is 30. So now then what we should have to do at that time? Have to reinstall the bot on this? We have to reinstall the bot, or we have to just close that trade and close that currency and find for the new one?
I love that question. So let's dive into that. Let's do the example with Bitcoin. All right, let's keep doing the example with Bitcoin. So let's say right now it's at 30,000. Again, it's 30,000. And then you tell me, hey, Emilio, I want to deploy a bot for the long term. I don't know, I'm going to put $5,000 into this bot and I don't want to touch it. I just want to have it running there for as long as freaking possible. Fair enough. Cool. Let's think about that case scenario. That is scenario. So if you want to do that, you can totally do that. And if you have Bitcoin here and you have your high price here in 40,000, and then the cryptocurrency starts going up, Bitcoin starts going up, and it breaks the 40K mark and keeps going up, what's going to happen is that if you deploy the bot with the right settings, a high price is actually going to adjust itself to the new price of the cryptocurrency by itself, completely automated. Yeah, that is kind of like the theory behind the bot.